Today we're doing kesa gatame. So how many of you, or scarf hold, or head and arm, depending on what your affiliation is or what your preferred grappling terminology is. In any event, I'm a big guy, as you surprised, and I didn't want to just teach like side control Americanas because that's a walking Jiu-Jitsu meme. So we're gonna do kesa today. How many people are brand new to grappling? No. All right. For those of you who don't know what the kesa is or the scarf hold, it's a control point for when your opponent's on their back, right? And you can usually get to it. It's a nice transitional from if you have like side control or what have you. It's an easy transition to kind of just slide into it. So a proper scarf hold is you want your feet like a clock, right? Ideally, your inside leg is at the 12 or aligned with their spine, and then your other leg is in some variation of like a 3 or 9 o'clock, depending on what you're facing, the clock you're looking at. And you want to have your hand underneath them, underneath their head in like a headlock, so they can't bridge off of their neck. And ideally is you're going to lift your butt up and put your weight rib to rib and let them kind of carry your weight. So I want my butt off the ground, and I want to padlock it here. Yeah, sorry. I also don't want to kill my uke today, and so I won't be putting all my weight on it. But ideally, you're going to want to have it locked here, your inside hand locked any part of your leg that you can grab. This is a good control point. If not, if I'm loose here, he can just sneak out the back and get my back. So it's very important that when you transition into this hold, you make sure you lock your opponent down and you keep yourself at a 9 and 3 leg placement so they can't bump you over if he tries to push into me. Yeah. And then so it's a control position. If it's catch and I can go for a pin, I can try to get him down on his shoulder blades, but it's a good control point to launch some pretty nasty techniques. So one of the things that you definitely want to make sure as well is that you have their arm pinned against your side. If his hand is inside, he can fight off this attack. He can push, he can turn on the side, get his head out the back and take my, eye poke me or whatever. So you definitely want to make sure that you have the hand controlled, the head controlled, and then you're putting your weight in there to keep them from being able to turn on their side. He or she should be uncomfortable as hell with you floating on top of them, okay?